Thanksgiving was already stressful. It always is when Gloria, my mother-in-law, is involved. She has a way of turning everything into a competition. If I make pie, she brings a bakery box. If I decorate, she critiques the color scheme. If I breathe wrong, she has a note. But this year was supposed to be different. My husband and I were hosting. I planned the menu, cleaned the house, cooked for 2 days straight. Everyone knew the rules. Just bring yourselves. So when Gloria strutted through the door 45 minutes late, holding a foil-covered roasting pan, I knew something was coming. But I didn't know it would be me, literally. Because when she pulled the foil off her special turkey, the entire table froze. There, sitting in the center of the platter, was a perfectly golden bird, with an edible photo of my face printed across its chest. Yes, my face, on the turkey. She beamed. "Well, you always say I never give you enough attention," she chirped. A few people laughed nervously. Others looked at their plates. My husband's jaw clenched. I smiled, nodded politely, and made a decision. I wasn't going to yell. I wasn't going to storm out. No, Gloria wanted a performance, a spectacle. So I gave her one. Just not the one she was expecting. Gloria has always been the kind of woman who gives compliments that come with expiration dates. "You're braver than me for wearing that color." "This roast is different. I bet James loves it." I don't know how you juggle work and parenting. I couldn't do it, not with so much going undone. Every family gathering with her is like walking through a minefield with hors d'oeuvres. You smile, you nod, you swallow the insult along with the stuffing and pretend like it wasn't seasoned with something sharp. But Thanksgiving was supposed to be different this year. This time we weren't going to her house with her rules, her gravy, and her hand-carved serving spoons. It was at our house, my table, my menu, my home. And I wanted it to feel like ours, not some competition staged in crystal and condescension. I had been prepping for days. The linens were pressed, the centerpiece was handmade, the food was from scratch, no shortcuts, no store-bought trays. I even made extra of Gloria's favorite cranberry relish, just so she wouldn't say I'd forgotten her. When she hadn't texted all day, I figured she was just being her usual dramatic self. Maybe she'd arrive early. Maybe she'd arrive late. Maybe she'd decide not to show up at all and claim it was our fault. I didn't expect what actually happened. I didn't expect her to walk in with her own turkey. She breezed into the living room, all pearls and perfume, carrying a foil-covered roasting pan like it was the crown jewel of the meal. People started murmuring. My sister-in-law raised an eyebrow. I stood in the doorway, blinking. "Oh," I said, keeping my tone sweet, "you brought a turkey?" She smiled, too big. "Just thought I'd bring something in case yours didn't turn out. You know how moisture can be tricky." Then she set the pan on the kitchen counter, pulled back the foil with dramatic flair. And that's when I saw it. My face, printed, edible, smack in the center of the breast meat. There was a moment of dead silence, then a few awkward laughs. My niece gasped. My husband turned to stone. I smiled. I mean, what else was I going to do? But that was the moment something snapped. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly, like a click. The kind you hear right before something locks into place. After the turkey reveal, I didn't say much. I smiled. I offered to help slice her special roast. I even plated it, without flinching, next to my own bird, which, by the way, was perfectly cooked, thank you very much. The rest of the dinner was tense, but Gloria was glowing, laughing too loudly, tossing out little jabs wrapped in flaky pie crust and cranberry sauce. "This sweet potato dish is bold. I guess carving yourself up wasn't as hard as it looked. Next year, maybe I'll just put your face on the pies." She was basking in it. The attention, the discomfort, the way everyone tiptoed around her like she was the guest of honor, and I was just the backdrop. But what Gloria didn't realize was that while she was gloating over turkey skins and one-liners, I was setting the table for something else. After dinner, while everyone was lounging and pretending they weren't still thinking about the turkey incident, I snuck off to the kitchen. I texted Lisa, my secret weapon. Lisa runs a local food blog with over 250,000 followers and a savage sense of humor. She's smart, sharp, and fast. "Oh, And she also happens to live 5 minutes away. I sent her a photo of the turkey and typed, "Bring the pies, it's time." She replied, "On my way. I've been waiting all day." 20 minutes later, Lisa walked in like it was part of the plan, because it was. She carried a covered box and a smile that said, "Let's do this." "Sorry we're late," she chirped. "Traffic was murder." And then she placed 2 pies on the counter, both hand-decorated, stunning, and totally homemade. The first had a caramel lattice and whipped cream flourishes. And right in the center, a printed edible photo of Gloria, smiling smugly, but stylized like a vintage circus poster. Bright text piped in icing read, "Thanksgiving's main act." The second pie was more subtle. In the middle of a chocolate ganache swirl was an edible scroll that read, "How one mother-in-law brought the turkey to roast and got cooked instead." I walked over calmly, placed the pies on the table, and cleared my throat. "Dessert's here. I thought I'd join in on the themed food fun." Silence. Then, laughter. Real, hard, relieved laughter. My brother-in-law nearly spit out his wine. My niece cheered. Someone whispered, "Oh my God, she flipped it on her." Even James, my sweet, awkward husband, finally broke, and let out a breath he'd been holding all night. "Gloria?" She didn't say a word, just stared at the pie with her face on it, lips pressed tight. "Oh, don't worry," I said sweetly. "I used the best photo I could find." Gloria didn't say much after dessert. She sat stiffly, fork in hand, picking at the crust of her own face like she could somehow erase it bite by bite. The room had shifted, and she felt it. The attention she once commanded had turned into polite side eyes and suppressed chuckles. Lisa, of course, was already uploading photos. She snapped the turkey, she captured the pies. She even posted a quote from one of my nieces who said, "It's not Thanksgiving anymore, it's Thanks Petty." She uploaded it all with a caption that read, "When your mill brings a turkey with your face on it, so you serve a comeback pie. Happy holidays, folks. #turkey drama, #milf from hell, #family feast fight." By the time the dishes were done, the post had 3,000 likes. By midnight, it had over 20,000 shares. By morning, it was on BuzzFeed, and a meme account had added text over the turkey that read, "Me trying to mind my business and life says, serve it." My phone was buzzing nonstop. Lisa was getting DM requests for interviews. People were stitching the story on TikTok, acting out the drama with voiceovers and reenactments. Even Gloria's book club friends saw it. Her sister called to ask if it was really her. Someone in her church group forwarded the article. And the best part? No names, no identities revealed. Just a mystery mill and the daughter-in-law who served the final slice. But Gloria knew. Oh, she knew. The next day, she sent a short group text to the family. "I don't think I'll be coming to Christmas this year. I need a little break from all the joking." No one responded, not even James. He just looked at me over coffee and said, "I've never seen her get quiet before." I smiled, stirring my cup. "Then maybe this year, we finally found the right recipe." December rolled in colder than usual. Our house felt warmer, though. There were no whispered warnings about Gloria, no nervous glances across the table, just holiday music, the smell of cinnamon, and laughter that wasn't tiptoeing around tension. We didn't hear much from her, a couple of vague social media posts about being betrayed and unappreciated, but nothing direct. Nothing she could use to reclaim the spotlight. And honestly, that was the real victory. She didn't fight back. She didn't double down. Because you can't fight a roast that's already been served. A week before Christmas, I got a small package on the porch. No note, no card, just a single store-bought pie, still in the tin, and a tiny sticker on top that read, "No pictures, just pie." I smiled. It wasn't an apology, not really, but it also wasn't a turkey with my face on it. And that, in its own weird way, was progress. Christmas dinner was beautiful, simple, calm. No turkey with anyone's face, no edible blog posts, just family. The kind that stays in their lane, passes the potatoes, and lets the past season itself. She thought the joke would make her the center of attention. But when you roast someone with cruelty, don't be surprised when they plate you right back. In the end, I didn't yell, I didn't storm out, I just smiled and served dessert. Because some turkeys carve themselves, all you have to do is let the oven stay hot.